Christina Berliner, and I'm the Senior Vice President and Litigation Director at the Institute for Justice, which is a national nonprofit law firm. And I chose this quote. It's from Atlas Shrugged, and it's part of the discussion of when the government tries to confiscate Rearden metal, and part of Hank Rearden's reaction to that. You speak as if you were fighting for some sort of principle, Mr. Rearden, but what you're actually fighting for is only your property, isn't it? Yes, of course, I am fighting for my property. Do you know the kind of principle that represents? So what the entire incident with Rearden metal, I think, really captured me, because it was something that someone had imagined, had created out of whole cloth, and put huge amounts of work into making into a product, into the entire business, but it was really very much a product of his mind and his effort. And the government just decided, oh, well, we'd like that, we'll take it. And of course, ultimately they don't get it. But that attempt was something that stuck with me, and that and you know, other parts of Atlas too made me extremely interested in property rights in particular, because they do stand for the principle that what you make is your own, and that the product of your mind is yours and not someone else's. When I read Atlas, I did not think that was a thing that actually happened in the world. I thought it was part of what was going on in the book, and an extreme example of what would happen if the philosophy that is prevalent in the world was made real, but not a thing that could actually happen, that the government would just decide it wanted something that somebody else owned and just take it. And I continued to think that, because actually I didn't learn anything about eminent domain in law school. It wasn't really covered in my property class. And it wasn't until I became a practicing lawyer that I realized that what happened in Atlas actually does happen in the world. And that governments do take stuff. They take people's patents, they take people's land and businesses, and even crazy things like leases. They take both tangible and intangible property. And it was a not good, eye-opening experience to learn that what I had thought was an extreme dystopian fantasy in Atlas was real life in the law. More than many other areas of the law, property rights lends itself to philosophical analysis and analogy, because it really is about the principle of owning what you create, and autonomy and ethics, in a way that other areas of law, you know, like insurance law or something, are so divorced from that. So being able to work in that area was a real joy for me. And I think much of the reason that I became interested in it in the first place was because of Atlas Shrugged.